Hello guys, back with me again, HJL, okay? I know, sometimes I pronounce my J as G. It's just how I pronounce it in Indonesia, okay? In Indonesia, I pronounce it as J. The way we pronounce alphabet in Indonesian is not the same, okay? This is how we pronounce them, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. It's not the same, okay? And English is not my first language, so please, pardon me. Okay, with that being said, Attack on Titan. I'm 3 episodes behind. I want to catch up. I just have a lot of things going in real life. Mostly just me playing games. I'm into some games right now, okay? Like, it's kind of hard to, dedicate yourself. Not dedicate, just investing yourself into 2 different things. And with Attack on Titan, I love Attack on Titan, but I know what's gonna happen. You know what? Let's just watch this episode, and we'll ramble about Attack on Titan for, I hope, an hour. The last episode is only 30 minutes, surprisingly, after editing. So who knows? Okay. If you guys notice something, yeah, I'm a little bit taller than usual, alright? It's not okay. It's not me. Okay, I'm just raised my chair because I noticed in a lot of my videos, in all of my videos, there's a lot of headroom in my videos, and that is really boggling me. So I want to do something about it. I don't know how. My tripod is at the lowest right now. Like, I cannot lower it down even more. This is the lowest, okay? I cannot lower it down. So I figured I just need to be taller. You know what? Let's just watch Attack on Titan, okay? None of these things are relevant whatsoever, okay? Let's just watch Shingeki no Kyojin Season 3. Fly to heaven. Reply! Episode 42, or episode 5 of Season 3. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. Holy crap. Mm-hmm. Have you ever considered that? Oh my god, that is one ugly titan! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you guys ever considered any of this? Have you guys even ever using your brain to think? Yeah, using your own stupid rules. Come on, say something, Niall. Oh my god. This asshats. Yeah. Say something, won't you? Of course. Why wouldn't he? For risking his life. Oh my god, this is so dramatic. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. We're using old footage. Oh. Okay. You guys seeing this, right? Yeah. It's not Erwin. It's family. His family is in Rose, remember? Oh my god. Oh my god. You done fucked up, boys. You done fucked up. Yeah. We're not with you either. Mm-hmm. But where's the king though? It's a coup d'etat. Mm-hmm. Time to eat. Oh, poor old guy. He doesn't know anything. Yeah. They just made a big decision there. Sasha! That's not how normal people read stuff. Oh. Okay, okay. I like this. I like this. Oh, it's different from the manga, but this is good. He loses his tooth for nothing. Yep, I wonder where they are right now. Mm-hmm. Hold on. They just straight up explain everything in the eye catch. Really, with studio. You have to convince them. You can't just say there's a new king. You have to, you know, show it through action. Five years ago. Hmm? What a coincidence. Frida? Why would bandits raid a church? That doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. So after that incident, yeah, he wants something. This is it. Frida? We are here. We are here. We're here. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I wonder who. I mean, come on, guys. It's pretty obvious at this point. Okay. Uh, a lot of talking, but still really, really good. Like, it's still really engaging. If I haven't, you know what? Let's just talk about this episode. Hold on. Let me check out the preview first. Hey! Which studio? What are you doing? That's some spoilers shit. Sin. Okay, good to know. Okay. Woo. Okay. Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 5. Or Episode 42? Yeah. It's really the calm before the storm. If you guys already watched the latest episode, you guys know what I'm talking about here. I will assume that it's crazy, right? The stuff that just happened in the latest episode. This episode really focused a lot on how people in the world of Attack on Titan aren't just, they're not just there just because the author Hajime Isayama wants them to be there. They actually can make a change to the world. It's not just the important characters that can make changes to that can make important changes. Okay, let's talk about the episode from the top. All right, first of all, before we talk about the episode, I want to say again how beautiful Attack on Titan Season 3 looks so far. I mean, the scenery and the characters all look so polished compared to the previous two seasons. And the previous two seasons were already good looking anime. Like, visually, they're still really good at the time of their release. It really shows how much effort which studio is putting on this project. It's not a surprise actually, since Attack on Titan is now airing on NHK, I believe. It's a big channel in Japan. Before they aired on a channel called PBS, if I'm not mistaken. So it's normal for them to show what they're capable of on a much bigger channel. 3D CGs aside, the animation of the season is also pretty great so far. So yeah, with studio, from like technical standpoint, you guys are killing it so far. Just don't use too much 3D CGs in the future episodes, please. So the episode is titled Reply. Pretty much. The episode really focused a lot on all of the characters that were just bystanders, but now they actually get to do something to make a change. They giving their replies. I like that. It's really symbolic. I like how simple the title now. Like season 2 until now, right? The title is very simple. It's just one word. Remember back in season 1, the title is so complicated. Like, to you, 2,000 years from now, the fall of Shigansina, part 1. Like, the title is so convoluted in the first seasons, but now it's really simplified for better. So the episode begins with the civilians talking about the disbanding of the scout regiment and the execution of Erwin. It's interesting to see how they are reacting to this whole situation, since they're judging everything based on what the military police and the government told them. Because they have the power and because they gave out all of those supplies back in episode 1, right? I remember back in episode 1, they were giving out supplies to trust, right? That's just their tactic to win their trust. Not really win their trust, to buy their trust, essentially. Not earning it, just buying it. I mean, it's a really realistic take on our real life system too. Like, for example, you will do what your leader tell you to, right? Or else you will be branded as the bad guy. And you will have to obey people that feed you, people that give you home. Okay, next. Erwin is being judged, literally, by those higher ups. Those assholes that wanted to keep everything secret. Erwin said that the scout regiment is the spear of humanity. If we lose it, we can't fight anymore. I mean, that's true if World Rose were about to get breached by the Titans and the scouts weren't there to fight them. The tragedy of Wall Maria will happen again, right? Like I said, the livestock wouldn't be enough to feed people on Wall Sina and the refugees coming from Wall Rose. And that could spark conflict between humans. Instead of Titans, humanity will be slaughtered by themselves. And in another scenario, if they don't take back Wall Maria as soon as possible, instead of the Titans, the people of Wall Rose could be the ones that breach Wall Sina instead of the Titans, you know? Because food is not enough. Like, as we know, meat is a very valuable, it's a really rare food for the people within the wall. Yeah, the assholes are still being ignorant and still find any excuse to give out a death sentence to Erwin. They said that the safety of humanity within the wall is their priority. Like, when in reality, their real agenda is to hide the truth from everyone so that they, not humanity, can live in peace. Pixis said what those asshats want to hear. He said that in this cramped world, one spark could destroy everything, and he isn't against the idea of disbanding the scout. Throughout the scene, Niall, Erwin's friend, seems really worried, like he is uneasy. Maybe he doesn't want Erwin to get executed, or maybe he doesn't want the scout to get dismantled, or maybe he's just considering the possibility of the stuff that Erwin just said about the Wall Rose being breached, right? Remember that he said in the last episode his wife and children, right, are in Wall Rose currently. So he's just looking out for his family if that's the case. Niall is a great background character, even though he barely got featured, even up until this point. He fills a good role as a bystander that wants to become someone that can make a change, actually do something instead of just watching everything plays out. Remember back in the Battle of Stohas, the finale of season 1, he tried to arrest Erwin because he thought that was the right thing to do at that moment. But then he was able to see the bigger picture, and he decided to evacuate the civilians. Like I said before, Hajime Isayama is really good at establishing interesting characters, but not really using them that much. But I'm glad that season 2 and 3 focus a lot on the side characters. They just need to do something impactful. Season 2 focused a lot on Historia and Ymir, Reiner and Torta. But at the end of the day, it was Eren, Mikasa, and Armin that did all of the cool stuff, right, in season 2. So I'm hoping if Hajime Isayama were to make some changes to the adaptation of the future arcs, actually add something important for the side characters to do for once. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but he still hasn't improved that much at that particular thing that I'm talking about right now. I don't know how the anime version will turn out to be, because Hajime Isayama already stated that the anime version of Attack on Titan is the final product of his story, right? He said that the manga is like the blueprint for the final product. So yeah, the anime is the one that you guys should be paying attention to, not actually the manga. So you guys may ask, like, why you read the manga then? Well, because we're impatient, okay? We want to know what's gonna happen next. And you know what, guys? You guys are in for a treat. The rest of season 3, okay? This is the worst part, by the way, of season 3. This first 5 episodes is the worst part of season 3. I'm saying that right now, but it's still pretty damn good. That's saying a lot. I'm saying that from a manga reader standpoint, okay? This is by far like the least favorite part of Attack on Titan manga for a lot of people. I'm on the fence. Like I said before, I like the Uprising arc. It's just that the stuff that I don't know, guys. I know that I said that season 3 is amazing so far, but it's not like a 10 out of 10 amazing. It's like a solid 8 out of 10 amazing. There is something that really boggles me right now. It's about Frida, okay? They name drop Frida in this episode, right? We haven't heard her name. Like I mentioned her name by accident in the ending reaction. But yeah, this is the first time that they mention her name. Okay, in the manga, I think they handle it better in the manga, okay? Because remember back in episode 1 where Eren, he's deformed essentially, right? In episode 1, his ass is sticking out of his Titan form. In the manga, that was explained, okay? I don't know whether or not they will adapt that part into anime, but I don't see how. Maybe they will add that scene in the next episode. I don't know. I kind of want to talk about it. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the part with Frida. Okay, after that training, okay, Eren was resting, but when he looked at the mirror, he saw Frida, like he saw in this episode. And after that, Historia also got a sudden flashback about Frida, but we don't know who that is. So that's like almost a mini selling point of the Uprising arc. Who is this woman? Why is she keep appearing in Eren's head and Historia's head? Who is she? But in the anime, they didn't mention anything about Frida at all up until this episode, right? If you guys don't watch the ending song, which I assume a lot of you don't, I do, okay? I just want to see whether or not they like changed anything, but so far it's still the same. This song is pretty good though. Link Horizon is great. So yeah, if you guys don't watch the ending song, you guys may get super confused about Frida. Like, who is this character? Why is she suddenly an important character? We haven't even know anything about her yet. Okay, back to the topic, to the episode. So after that, those ass pricks are discussing about Eren's sentence. Yeah, discussing. They're gonna sentence him to death anyway, so what else do you guys need to discuss? Like, it's I hate those I really hate those people. I mean, Attack on Titan is really good at presenting characters with, like, motivation that you can see why they do it, because it makes sense for their character to do it and we understand why they do it. Like, for example, back in season 1, Kits. Remember Kits, right? That guy with scary face that wants to kill Eren when they found out that Eren is the Titan that has been killing other Titans. Okay, sorry guys. My camera's battery died out, okay? So I have to charge it, and it takes a long time to charge this freaking camera. So yeah, I took a break, and the background is noticeably different and my hair. Yeah, okay, let's continue the discussion. What was I talking about again? Oh, Kits! Yeah, remember that guy back in season 1? He wanted to kill Eren on sight just because he is a Titan. At the time, we look at him and we thought that he is a bad guy, okay? He is stupid. He is a coward for doing so, because at the time, I bet most people hate him because he did something very stupid. Yes, Eren is a Titan, but remember, he is also attacking other Titans. So instead of killing him, maybe you can, capture him and make him obey you instead of just killing him straight away. But it makes sense for him to act that way because as a character, he is a coward and he has the authority to do what he did. In his mind, he thought that killing Eren is the right thing to do because it will protect humanity, but he forgets to look at the bigger picture. Yes, you killed one Titan, there's like hundreds of the other one out there, okay? This one can kill other titans, so maybe consider not killing him first. But it makes sense for him to do that because he is a coward. And the reason why he wanted to kill Eren is because he wants to protect his people. But with these assholes, they just don't care. They don't care. They're not thinking about anybody else, just themselves. So yeah, in the end, it doesn't even matter. They still sentence Erwin to death after all that discussion. You know, it's very clear for everybody to see that their priority is their own peace and power. They want to have power to control everybody. They want to stay on top. Later, even Pixis said to Zackley, are you surprised by their reactions? No, because they are assholes. So of course they're gonna act like that. They remind me a lot of Joffrey from Game of Thrones. No spoilers. Basically, Joffrey is like these people, self-centered pricks that happen to have powers. Okay, back to the scene. Niall is worrying a lot. It seems that even though he doesn't always agree with Erwin's methods of doing stuff, deep down he still sees him as his friend. The scene is very well directed, by the way. The slow motion, like Erwin smiling as he gets up, and Niall sweating nervously. Yeah, the door opening scene is a little bit too overdramatic, okay? I'm sorry, okay? It's way too over the top. It's just opening a door. It doesn't need to be that. But I don't care. I love it regardless. So the woman that dramatically opened the door, remember, she is Pixis' assistant. Remember back in season 2 when Pixis were sleeping on the top of the wall and she just slapped Pixis in the head? I'm glad that Attack on Titan always sticks to the established characters. They're there all the time, but we just don't care about them. Like Nanaba from season 2, remember her? Before she was brutally eaten by the Titans. She was in season 1, if you guys don't remember that. She was on the top of those giant forests back when they were trying to capture Annie. Watch that scene again. She was there. And then Moblit, Hanji's assistant. He is always there from season 1. We just don't notice him that much because they don't do much. They just there. And also Nifa, the girl that died at the very first episode of this season. That red hair girl, right? I think it's red hair. Or pink. Either one of them. She was in season 2 when the scouts were fighting with the colossal titan on the top of the wall. So I like that. Recurring side characters. They're there, but we just didn't notice them until they do something like incredible or something dramatic like this. Pix's assistant then told everyone that Rose has been breached by Reiner and Sorry guys, I'm gonna keep calling him that because his name is so... In Japanese, the pronunciation of that name is so ridiculous. So I'm gonna make fun of him forever, okay? I'm gonna make fun of his name forever. So okay, there's a manga difference here, but not that much. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. In the manga, Pixis is a little bit more on the fence on helping Erwin with his plan. It's still very similar to the anime. He doesn't want the government to turn against him too, and he still wants to make sure whether or not the government have the trump card, I think he said, to save humanity or not. Basically, he doesn't want to turn against the government just because Erwin told him to. He cares about humanity, so he was doubting Erwin's plan a little bit in the manga. Right there, after Pixis said that there's no way we will align ourselves with the scout. In the manga, there's actually a brief scene between Erwin and Pixis. Pixis looked down at Erwin and there's an inner monologue of Pixis talking about, no, we can't do this yet, okay? I can risk it, okay? They may have the trump card, okay? I'm not sure yet. Here it is. I think it's over here. There. He was looking at Erwin and inner monologuing. So yeah, in the manga, Pixis is more on the fence, okay? He wasn't as cooperative as he is in the anime version. So basically, the anime version is the simplified version of the part in the manga. It's still the same thing, but I'm just want to point it out. Even though everybody now have the reason to turn against the government, they still have another problems, which are retaking Eren and Historia. And like those assholes said too, they have to earn the trust of the people. The only witnesses that saw what just happened are the higher-ups of each regiment. From the people's perspective, they can be seen as rebels that are trying to take over the walls. But don't forget, their mission is not only to retake Eren and Historia. It's also to crown Historia as the new queen of the wall. That's their only shot to win over the people's trust. I love how those assholes, having nothing left to defend themselves, are just panicking like common people. They're not so noble anymore. The fake king is just some random old man, by the way. Time to eat, he said. Oh, poor old guy. He doesn't know anything. He's just sitting there all this time, just like this. He's sleeping with his eyes open. So like what Erwin said, humanity has just begun down a new path. Now there's no government anymore. Now they have the power to lead the people within the wall, to do whatever they want to do. Of course, the first step is to take Wall Maria first, because without doing that, they can venture outside of the wall even more, right? Whatever they do, whatever choice they make, there will always some consequences that will happen. If they choose to execute Erwin, there will be no more scouts. They can venture outside of the wall. Just like what Erwin said, they may have shortage of food in the future because there's just too much people but not enough land to grow crops and maybe breeding animals. And with this choice, taking down the current government and crowning a new leader, it will have consequences too. Remember, Historia, yes, she is a kind person, but she is still very, very young, and to lead all of those people is not something that she has any experience in. And of course, if they want to retake Wall Maria, they have to fight the Titans. That is a must, okay? They can't just walk into Wall Maria and plug the hole and that's it. They have to clear out all of the Titans too. All of the Titans that have went inside the wall. So it's not an easy task. Whichever choice they take, there will always be consequences. It's a theme in Attack on Titan. Choices and consequences. There's no right or wrong choice. There's just choices and consequences. It's just that. There's no black or white. And there's no good and evil. I wouldn't say that there's completely no good or evil. Maybe there's no one completely good and no one completely evil. Because remember, we still don't know why Reiner, Annie, and Bertorto broke down the wall. Back in season 2, Bertorto said that they didn't want to kill people by their choice. So it's most likely that they are ordered to kill people. They are warriors. Remember, Annie, Reiner, and Bertorto always saying stuff about being a warrior. Yes, they have killed a lot of people, but is it necessary in their eyes for them to kill all of those people? We still haven't seen their side of the story yet. So I'm really curious on how they will handle season 4. Because season 4 onwards, okay, Attack on Titan will be a very different series. I'm not gonna spoil much, but it will be a little bit hard to watch because the current stuff that has happened in the manga and is happening right now in the manga is very mature. Okay, it's not something that the teenager would watch or read. It deals a lot with the theme of depression, suicide, and just it's just so different. I like how Attack on Titan is keep evolving, it's keep growing into something different each time. Season 1 is different from Season 2, and Season 2 is very different from Season 3. Each season has its own tone, so even though they're still doing the same thing, like people fighting with other people, people fighting with titans, it's not something new. Like, people fighting with people has been a theme since Season 1. Remember when Pixas were trying to order all of those people to protect Eren so that Eren can close the hole in trust? They were arguing with each other. So conflict between humans is not something new. Attack on Titan has established it early on. They're just exploring it now deeper than ever. So after that, Hanji and Moblit give the news to the scouts that the scout are now free people. They're not some criminals anymore. Okay, in the manga, it was Hanji, Marlo, and Hitch. It wasn't Hanji and Moblit. But I guess in the anime, they haven't met yet, right? So yeah, it wouldn't make sense if they're just now suddenly friends and now they're finally free, the scout. In the manga, it's much more rewarding, if you guys can say that, because we spent volume 13, 14, and 15, 3 volumes until this point, okay? To give you guys context, again, 3 volumes equivalent to 9 episodes, based on the calculation, if I'm calculating stuff from Season 1 up until Season 2, okay? But in Season 3, they just skim past everything, and they're now at volume 15, the 3rd volume, and it's still episode 5. It's... God damn it, the pacing is so much better. And Sasha, why are you reading it like that? Who reads like that? Okay? I love it. So, okay, this part I like. In the manga, it was Hanji that convinced that reporter, that old reporter, and that new up-and-coming reporter to basically spread the news that the government are the one that is deceiving people all this time. But in the anime, they make Demo's son, Flagel, do everything that Hanji did. I really like that. I really like that change. Flagel has a bigger role in the anime now compared to the manga. In the manga, it's cool actually in the manga how Hanji first came to those two people, those two reporters. They were just talking, and then suddenly Hanji just came out of nowhere, like just sitting there, and they have a lengthy conversation about convincing the people, and they shorten it in the anime. So, congratulations with studio. It wasn't boring, okay? This entire arc, when I first read it, I thought to myself, this will be a very difficult arc to adapt into anime. But so far, apart from the Frida stuff, okay? And Nifa, and I don't know, maybe just those two stuff that was executed better in the manga. Oh, and the attack on the compound. It was more violent in the manga, and I prefer the manga version compared to the anime version. The anime version was very comedic back in the previous episode, right? So, exactly. Let's talk about this guy for a second. He said that he doesn't care about humanity. He just wants to get back at those pricks. Turns out that he really hates those assholes as much as we do. So, yeah. It's a little bit out of character, but we still haven't known much about him yet, right? I'm not sure whether or not... okay guys, there is a scene in the manga that I don't know how they will adapt into anime form. I'm talking about a person being upside down. If you guys already watched the latest episodes and there is that scene, you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. That scene is so out of It's just so out of character, okay? Out of character in context of Attack on Titan. um, I don't know, okay? I'm really curious now. Is that scene in the anime or not? Okay, let's talk about Erwin and his dream. We know that his dream is to find out about the truth, right? I mentioned before that he really doesn't care about the well-being of himself or the lives of the people that he has sacrificed. He just wants to find out about the truth about this world. But right after those assholes sentenced Erwin to death and they were about to execute Erwin, he was smiling, but he said that he have a dream, which is to find out the truth about this world. It's because he feels responsible for his father's deaths. Is it a dream or is it a burden for him? Because right now, it really feels like this dream of his is just his excuse to keep on going. Maybe that smile when he were about to get executed was genuine. Maybe he thought to himself, oh, finally, I don't have any responsibility anymore. I can be free now. So, Erwin is a very complex character. It's not as simple as we thought initially. Oh, he wants to know about the world. That is his only goal, right? No. Now we have a reason to doubt that. Is it a dream or a responsibility for him to find out about the truth? So yeah, Frida was finally mentioned in the anime. Like I said, Frida was handled better in the manga, but I'm okay for now. Okay, I'll see how the next... Oh god. If this arc is 12 episodes, then we have 7 more episodes for this arc, and it's already halfway through, guys. The Uprising arc is 5 volumes, volume 13 until volume 17. And we're not even halfway through this arc. It's still episode 5, but we're already here at the almost the end of this volume, by the way. I don't know how they will fill the last couple of episodes. Will they add some new content to the anime? Because they cut a lot of conversation from the Uprising arc. There are a lot of dialogues that they didn't include in the anime. So if they cut all of that stuff out, what will they add then? They can't just cut it out and then just leave it like that. They must add something else then, right? Unless the next 7 episodes will be just about the Titan stuff that I think is already happening right now in the anime, right? The latest episode have just been released, right? And I think I know where that episode is right now. So are the rest of the 7 episodes of this arc will focus just on that? On the stuff that is happening right now? I hope not, okay? Because the first 5 episodes, the pacing is really good. I hope that the next 7 episodes can maintain that, because it will be so noticeable if the next 7 episodes, the pacing, if it's slower, it will be more noticeable, because the previous 5 episodes, the pacing is so fast. It's just stuff just keep happening left and right. So I don't know how else they can maintain the quality of the pacing. I'm worried, okay? I'm slightly worried now the more I think about it. Let's just see how the next 7 episodes pans out, okay? Okay, so Hanji said that there's a church owned by Rod Race, right? It was destroyed by bandits, she said, right? And when it was attacked, Rod Race and all of his family is inside praying, and the bandits killed them. And of course, it's not as simple as that. It wasn't bandits at all. Something happened in that church, because Hanji said that the church is made of stones. So how did the bandits burn the stones? It doesn't make sense. And how come only Rod survived? It doesn't make sense too, right? So yeah, there's definitely some Titan related stuff happen in that church. I guess you guys already know that by now. Yeah, Armin mentioned that if a normal Titan eat another human with Titan ability, that Titan will turn back into human and will have that the power of the Titan from the person that he ate or she ate. So Armin asks, when did Eren eat this person with Titan power, and who did he eat? I mean, when I first read this part, okay, I just thought that person. It's gotta be that person. It's Eren's dad, okay? It's Eren's dad. When I first read this part, like, oh, so that's where he is all this time, in Eren's belly. Because when we think about it more, it doesn't make sense, right? If retaking Wall Maria is so important, then where the hell is he been all this time? Shouldn't he be there to teach Eren how to control his power, right? Why left him to do all of those stuff alone? It's gotta be Eren's dad. And the episode ends with Eren and Historia looking at each other while Eren is being chained. Kinky. So okay, that was Attack on Titan Season 3 Episode 5, or episode... God damn it. 42. Episode 42. I'm really glad, guys. Attack on Titan is finally back. And I think most people that criticize Attack on Titan for its character can now maybe, consider maybe changing their opinion now. Attack on Titan is very, very world driven instead of characters driven when it first started. But now, the characters are more important than the Titans. Okay? I don't really care about the Titans at this point anymore. I just want to see the characters that I like survive and doing badass stuff. I want them to do cool stuff. That's my reason for keep on reading the manga. It's not to see the Titans anymore. So I like that, okay? Shifting from world driven into character driven very smoothly like that. Good job, Hajime-sama. But there's stuff that I absolutely hate that he did in the manga. I can't talk about that because I really don't like it. I really don't like it. It involves killing the character off. Okay? I really don't agree with his decision to kill that character off. Not at all. I hate it. Okay? That's the good thing though. I love Attack on Titan. I am an Attack on Titan fanboy, but I can acknowledge that it's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff that can be done better, but I still enjoy it regardless. It's not whether the anime is perfect or not for me to like it. It's whether can I enjoy it? Can I look past all of the flaws? Can I just get immersed in the world and actually invest in the characters? That's it really, and Attack on Titan did most of that stuff really well. I only have really few criticism for Attack on Titan. I know like Attack on Titan is a very, very easy target to hate because it's popular, okay? Anything that is popular will get some hate by default because it's popular. And I'm not in that wagon, okay? I first find out about Attack on Titan by myself. I don't know jack shit about Attack on Titan when I first watched it. I even didn't know about the plot when I first watched Attack on Titan. I didn't even know that human can turn into Titan when I first watched Attack on Titan. So I was super surprised when I found out about that Titan back in season 1 was Eren. Like, how? I was legit surprised. And the Attack on Titan is definitely the only series that has been making me keep wanting to watch it more and more and more. No other anime have done that to me, okay? With other anime, I watch them and I like them, and sometimes I just forget about them. That's it. With Attack on Titan, I want to keep on watching it, okay? No other anime have done that to me. Only Attack on Titan. So that's why Attack on Titan has a very special place in my heart. I just love it, okay? I love it, okay? I don't care about the haters, okay? You guys can hate it all you want. You guys can nitpick it to hell all you want. Okay, do that, okay? I don't care. I just really like this series, and I really hope that the manga is reaching climax right now, guys. I hope Hajime Isayama doesn't bungle the ending. I really want a very good fitting ending for Attack on Titan. Yeah, I'm nervous, guys, with the anime and the manga. I I want it to be the best thing ever, okay? I just okay, guys, thank you for watching. I hope I can post the next episode much sooner. I want to catch up with the current episode. So yeah, if you guys enjoy it, leave a like and share this video to your friends that care about this kind of video. And excuse my English, okay? I'm still learning to speak it fluently. And thank God for video editing, okay? If I just post my raw reaction without editing, it won't be fun to watch, okay? It won't be fun to watch. I have to edit out a lot of lines that I said wrong. So okay guys, now I'll be doing my outro in Indonesia, so please leave and leave a like. If not, kalau kalian suka dengan video ini, silahkan tinggalkan like dan share video ini ke teman-teman kerabat-kerabat abacur kalian. Sampai biasa kan semua HJL orang yang menonton video ini pada dan curahkan. Thanks semua. Jangan tinggalkan kapan mau dan email. Begitu see you next time. Bye bye.